Good morning, everyone. I see a bad. There we go. Maybe that's a little better. Let's see if anyone shows up for this live stream. On the morning. I may not have any takers. We will see. This is Friday, the 17th of September. Tomorrow's the 18th. So I will say good morning to you. I don't see anybody on here as yet. It's a minute into it. I didn't announce this because whenever I announce something, I'm not going to be able to do it. So I just went ahead and gave it a shot for this Friday morning. If you can join me, that's fine. If not, I'm just going to do my video. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and start. I don't have anyone on. Maybe someone will join me and say hello in here in a bit. But I just wanted to talk about a few things going on in Alabama this weekend, events coming up, and see what's going on. So I'm about 2.5 minutes being into it. So I'm going to go ahead and start my information that I have talking about this weekend. So we're talking about September 17th, 18th, and 19th at the Northeast Alabama Crafts Association, I would say, is what the NEACA Huntsville Craft Show is going to have. Hello. I see one person has joined me. I have my chat on if you're chatting. Oh, good. Thank you. I appreciate that thumbs up. But there's free admission at Huntsville at the Von Braun Civic Center. They're going to have a craft show today, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. So that ought to be fun. Then going into September 30th and October 2nd, they're going to have an old-time fiddlers convention at Athens State University. That's on 2021 Tennessee Valley Road, and that's September 30th and October 2nd. So that looks like it'll be a lot of fun. In Birmingham, the Sidewalk Film Festival, Sidewalk Film, is going to have a bad movie night. It is free. It's going to be on Friday, September 24th, and that's in Birmingham. Then on Friday, October 1st, this is on to next week, there's going to be a Butterbean Festival in Pinson. Then tomorrow in Jasper, the Tin Cup Market is going to have a fall sip and shop. That's the September 18th. It's going to go on from 10 to 4. So I think that would be pretty fun. Pardon me. I have 2 viewers, and I do have chat on. If you're saying hello to me, let's see. Pardon me. If someone would say hello and let me see if my chat's working, that would be great. Hello, everyone. Good morning to you. This is just an impromptu live stream. I have decided to go live a little bit and talk about. Good morning, Donnie Davis. Good morning. So happy you joined me. Thank you so much. Just to recap a little bit, in case you didn't hear, there was a craft show coming up. It's today, tomorrow, and Sunday in Huntsville at the Von Braun Civic Center. It's free admission. And then there's a fiddler convention coming up September 30th to October 2nd. September 24th, Bad Movie Night at Sidewalk Film in Birmingham. And then tomorrow at the Tin Cup Market in Jasper, they're going to have a fall sip and shop from 10 to 4. So that ought to be kind of fun. Also, on September 18th, and I believe you have to have tickets for this. I don't know if it's free, but you could go to Facebook or where their information is. Hansville Music Fest, September 18th. But they're going to have a music festival, and it sounds like it's going to be pretty fun. And of course, September 18th and 19th are Tannehill Trade Days, and that is and then the admission to the park would be charged. And then, I'm sorry, I'm getting a coughing fit. You know what would happen if I go live. Then on September 19th at Avondale Brewing Company in Birmingham, Earthbound, which is a band, Earthbound, a really fun band. Actually, I've recorded them before at my previous job. I recorded them. They're having an Earth Fest to celebrate the Black Warrior Riverkeeper, and that'll be September 19th, that's Sunday, at Avondale Brewing Company. There is a suggested $5 donation at the door. And then, of course, on the first Saturday in October will be the Frog Festival in Summerton, and it is free admission. It's always fun. Now, the Tannehill, if you want to watch some videos on my channel, I've been to Tannehill to their trade day before, and it's a lot of fun. And also the Frog Festival. Springville has a lot of events, so there's a lot of things going on during the fall in Alabama, and I hope that, you can look on your Facebook events and look stuff up. Or if you have a question, you can send me a comment, and maybe I can answer them for you, talking about things to do in Alabama. Okay. So anybody got any questions for me? Talking about life in Bama, the stuff that I've been doing, going to the Foothills Festival this past weekend, and that was a lot of fun. I didn't get to go Saturday night to see St. Paul and the Broken Bones, but I did enjoy going Friday night, and there's a good amount of people there, and the entertainment was just excellent. I really enjoyed it. Did anybody else get to go to the Foothills Festival, or have you been to a festival lately that you've enjoyed? If you do, just comment and let me know what it was and tell me if you had a good time, or if there's some place that should be mentioned that you enjoy going that's maybe coming up, or because we've got a lot of things. I know there's going to be a lot of holiday things, a lot of fall festivals and Christmas stuff going on. And I always enjoy going out and supporting people in the community, supporting our businesses in the community, especially now during this time. And make sure that people have promotion of events that they have going on. I mean, that's the wonderful thing, isn't it? To be able to promote people in your own community of what they're doing. So I had, pardon me again, on our trip to Huntsville a few weeks ago that I recorded the trip up there, the drive up there, and I know one of my YouTube friends commented that was the shortest drive she's ever had to Huntsville, which is true because I edited a good bit of it from Warrior to the Huntsville exit out, so it was deceptive. But I picked up a few brochures. This North Alabama Destinations, and this is put on by northalabama.org. And this is a really good pamphlet. You could go to their website and either order it Or if you're traveling past a visitor center, that's where I got this, is the one that was on the way to Huntsville. But it tells a bunch of stuff about North Alabama and lists all the a bunch of different cities and says what's going on in them. Like, of course, you got at Phil Campbell, you've got Dismal's Canyon, 12 miles south of Russellville off Highway number 3 South, and that's always a fun place to go, especially during this time of year because it's going to be a little bit cooler. Of course, when you get down in the canyon, it is cooler than it is up on the ridge. But I did do a video on Dismal's Canyon. If you want to look back, Life in Bama Dismal's Canyon, and check that out. That would be great if you would do that. Good morning. Good morning again, Donnie Davis and Velvet Angel. Hello, neighbor. How are you? So great that you could join me this morning and chat with me. I appreciate that. Good morning to you. And I'm just going over this brochure. If you just joined me, this is the North Alabama Destinations brochure. And it's the North Alabama Mountain Lakes Tourist Association, northalabama.org, if you want to look them up. But this is a great little brochure, and talking about Mentone, going to Mentone, Cloudmont Ski Resort, and Shady Grove Ranch. And then the Mentone Arts Cultural Center, Mentone Wedding Chapel, if you got a wedding coming up. And Scottsboro. So this is just a really neat thing. 10 miles from Russellville. Well, cool. Do you, let's see where that was, where I just saw that at. What do you enjoy going places in Russellville, or is there a favorite place that you enjoy going to in Russellville? Helen Keller birthday is a cute little place where she was born. Yes, it is. I agree. Let me see if I can find Russellville again right quick. Got Scottsboro. I know, I just saw it. There's Decatur with Point Ballard, Mentone. Birthplace, not birthday. Yeah, birthplace. Yep. I don't know. I just saw that. They just want to hide it from me now since I want to talk about it, don't they? Huntsville. Where else up there in the Russellville area do you like to go to? Because there's Helen Keller birthplace, and so isn't the Alabama Music Hall of Fame up that way also? It's kind of between Cullman, a good ways from Cullman, and what, Decatur or something on that road. Blountsville. Well, I just can't find it. Well, I'm sorry. I just can't find it to try to figure out what I was seeing with it. But moving on in this brochure, yes, ma'am. I love when they have concerts there. I can sit on my porch and listen. Well, that's great. And good morning. Oh, I just missed whoever said good morning to me. Let's see. Duncan Heron, thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate you saying hello to me this morning. Good morning to you. But yeah, that's great to be able to to sit there on your porch and listen to the Alabama Music Hall of Fame. You also have the Indian Mound W.C. Handy Home. That's correct. Oh yeah, that would be great. That's a great area to visit up in there. Looking at this brochure, let me see if I can find anything from Russellville in that area. In September, let's see, we're already mid-September. I'll go to October. Upcoming dates and new events. Athens Haunts Walk, Beatty Street, Athens. Does it tell a date that's going to happen? I guess all ages October, that's all they say. So if you're interested in that, Morgan County Fair is coming up These are all over the North Alabama. 53rd Annual Boaz Harvest Festival. That's a little bit further south into the middle. It's saying these are in October, but it's not giving me any dates for them, so you may just have to look them up. BoazChamberOfCommerce.com. Fall Festival in Rogersville, downtown Rogersville and Heritage Park. Tennessee Valley Old Time, that's that Fiddlers Convention I mentioned already. And that's coming up on, I wouldn't mind going to it, but the only thing about YouTube and recording for that, you know, YouTube doesn't like for you to use copyrighted music. They'll block your video. So that's kind of a thing. But the Fiddlers Convention is going to be September 30th to October 2nd. So that'll be next weekend. That should be a lot of fun. Let's see. And then Coleman Oktoberfest, of course, it's coming up. I always enjoy going to Coleman Oktoberfest. And the Alabama Gourd Festival. I don't think we're having Indian Festival this year. I'm from Central Alabama. Velvet Angel, I'm from Central Alabama. I like going up to Decatur and going up in that area. I mean, that's cool. And then I don't think we're having the Indian Festival again this year. Yeah, I saw where something was being canceled because there was a lack of school groups to coming. Was that festival? I hate that that's happened. I know that that's always a good boost for the community. Northwest Bama hub, you work in Decatur, yeah. And then you got downtown Hartselle. I like going to downtown Hartselle, especially during, well, this time of year, because they've got so many pretty, the shops are decorated so pretty, you know, and there's really so much to do. And then at Christmas, they'll have their Christmas open house early December, which is always fun. And I have a friend that works at Winnie Wisdom, which is a gift shop that's in downtown Hartselle. Could be, and I always love the Indian Festival. They had the Keller Festival this year, but I don't care for it. I see. Okay. I'm sure there was a good bit of people there too. I haven't been to her birthplace on my channel yet, but I have been there, you know, in the past, my personal, before I even started doing the channel. So, yeah. But I like Decatur. I like the river running through Decatur and everything. I think it's just, I had gone to, what's the name of that park there beside the bridge. I did a video of it and then went down to Bank Street and everything. We were late in the day getting there, but I really enjoyed that. And there was also, it was last year, the end of October, and there was a full moon that night, and I've got it over that bridge. And I did a little history on that video. I did a little history, and that bridge that's there, I want to say it's Highway 31, but it's named something else. And it's the 2-lane that goes, you know, I guess it would be east and west. But it was originally named after Helen Keller's brother-in-law, I want to say, or no, Helen skinned to her somehow. So I thought that was interesting, but I think it's been renamed since then. Was it Rhodes Park? I believe it's Rhodes Park that's there. And it has the train track that runs through it. And years ago, we visited there, and it was toward the evening, and there was a train that went through that park, and it was just, wow. I could not believe that train was going through the park, and it was going so fast. You know, I think I got either a picture of it or video of it. I tried to include it in the video, but evidently it wasn't good enough to use. But I just thought that was amazing that they still have a train track that travels rather quickly. They have a signal there and everything, but basically if you're on the other side of the track, you got the park, and then you got the track, and there's this little kind of a standout thing where you can look out on the Tennessee River. And if you're on that side of it while the train goes by, you're not going to be crossing over back into the park until the train, you know, finishes. So it's kind of a interesting situation. But but yeah, you've got Hamilton's, oh, the Buddhahatchee River Fall Festival. That would be good. I've been to the Buddhahatchee River. It's kind of hard to get to, actually. And because when you park, last time I went, and that was maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, I got a video on it. Anyway, you had to park in an area that was designated, and then there's a huge field beside you and a huge field behind you that's private property. And the road that you go on is a good bit of a dirt road that you walk. And you get to where the mounds are at the Buddhahatchee. There's supposed to be 3 of them. Of course, they're weather worn now. But if you wanted to go swimming, a hot day in the summertime, there at the Buddhahatchee River, at that area I'm talking about, take your inner tubes, and of course you'll leave with whatever you bring. But take you a bathing suit and go down there. It's just a beautiful place to get in that little river and cool off. I mean, it's a really great place. I enjoyed, walking there and looking around. But when I was there were people there that were in that spot, and it was just really nice. Let's see, and then you got the annual coming up. Let's see, this is October, continuing. You got the Athens Storytelling Festival. Scottsboro barbecue cook-off, but it doesn't tell the date. So, but it's October. It's enough to look it up if you really want to go to it. And then the Blount County Covered Bridge Festival, which I really enjoyed. It was a lot of fun when we went a couple of years ago. It's there in the downtown area. And they had a bunch of different vendors. And they also had a car show there. And of course, it's close enough to the covered bridges that you can, drive a little bit and go to each one of them and enjoy visiting them, which is always great. And to my knowledge, all 3 of them, you can still, when we were there, you could drive across. And so it's kind of an interesting experience. You definitely want to, roll your windows down and listen to the bridge as you go across it, because that's part of the visit. That's part of the real fun of it, But but then continuing on, I was looking at this. I didn't know that we had a barbecue trail, North Alabama Barbecue Trail, restaurants, festivals, recipes. And this is the northalabama.org. Like I'm saying, if you're just coming in, hello, and thank you for joining me. Just thank you for everybody. Oh, I've left some chat. Let's see where I left off. Brother lives in Hartselle. Oh, wonderful, Velvet Angel. Awesome, wow. Beltline Road. Hey, the Matt Man, Tennessee, how are you doing? It's good to see you this morning. Thank you for giving me a little chat there, but I'm sorry I missed it. It's decided not to roll on me. I've been to DeSoto. Bama has a lot of beautiful places. Sadly, I've lived here all my life and haven't been to a handful of them. Well, let me go back and answer the Beltline Road. I'm not quite remember. Is that the one that goes through Hamilton, the Beltline Road? I can't remember. Or is that a Decatur thing? I'm not quite sure. I know. Well, there's a lot of places that people haven't been to. There's a lot. I've lived here all my life too, and I haven't been to many places too. And I think that there's a lot of places that everybody knows about. That everybody goes to, but the kind of more historical places and lesser known places, the ones I like to go to and do a little research on and do a video on, I think that they're interesting. Let's see, DeSoto Caverns. I've been to DeSoto, but it's aren't there 2 DeSoto Caverns? There's one kind of in South Alabama, and then there's one in North Alabama. What's the name of that town that they're in? Goes through Decatur. I think it's part of 31. Talking about the Beltline Road. Yeah. Oh, talking about those bridges. It may be. Let's see, Pell City. Is that where the more southern DeSoto Caverns is in Pell City, I believe? Yeah. And isn't there a bridge down there close to it too, a covered bridge, the Cuyahoga Bridge? Isn't it close to the one in the DeSoto Caverns that's in, because there's one that's a privately owned caverns. I think that's the one down to the south, and I can't think of the town that's in Pell City, if I'll go with that. Yes. And but the one up north, more north, is the one that's the state park. I think that's the way it goes, but I don't think I've been to the one up north, but I think I've been to the one that's more, not sure. I haven't been Pell City. Yeah. Yeah, I've had Pell City once. I'm not sure either. I'm not quite sure about that. The name, it's a T name, but it's not Talladega. It's not Tuscumbia. That's northwest. I just can't think of it right now. Maybe it'll come to me. But yeah, when I went to that DeSoto Caverns down there, it's more south. They had that big wooden boat still out there, Coosa River. I know it's close to the Coosa River. Yeah, I have to look on a map. Maybe I'll run across a map I can recognize because my phone. I would look it up on my phone, but I'm using my phone for my live. Tuscaloosa. No, that's more southwest. This one, DeSoto, I should know because they got billboards up all over the place with the conquistador on it, his face on it and everything. But they had that. When I went, they had that really big wooden boat that the kids could play on and everything. But I think it's deteriorated since then. But yeah, I'm not quite sure. I'm sorry, I have to look that up. But I like to go to Tuscaloosa, the Bama Theater down there, and go there to, what's that little place across the river? And they have that arts festival and everything. I have to think of it. My mind's not that sharp, even though I've been there. My mind's not that sharp. My son moved out of Birmingham to Odenville. I think it's 45 minutes drive. Which way is Odenville from Birmingham? The Matman, Tennessee. Which way is Odenville from Birmingham? Is it south? Do you know? Can you look it up right quick? Like I say, I would, but my phone's. Odenville. I should know Odenville. The one I'm talking about is in Childersburg. Thank you. Childersburg. Duh. The in Childersburg. I mean, there's billboards everywhere. It's worse than Rock City, south, I think. Matman, Tennessee says, not sure, south, I think, talking about Odenville. Yeah. I mean, the great thing about, I had to look it up. I know. Thank you very much. I appreciate you looking it up, Velvet Angel. I mean, I appreciate it. We all live on our phone, and so my phone's occupied right now, so I appreciate you looking that up for me. But yeah, I'm not quite sure, but talking about living in Alabama, thank you, Velvet Angel. That's the great thing about living in Alabama. You can go up to the mountains, and you can go to Tennessee if you want to, or you can go to Atlanta if you want to, and you're just kind of right here in the middle. Memphis, or go to the beach, go to Gulf Shores or on down into Florida. And that's what I really enjoy about living in Alabama, is that you've got all these different places, that you can go to and either do a weekend or just a day trip. A lot of places you can, like up to Decatur and everything, is just a great day trip. So I've always enjoyed, of course, I've lived, like I've mentioned before, and somebody else has too, Velvet Angel mentioned they, grown up here. And so you just kind of hear about places, but that's what's so funny, because talking about Huntsville, we had gone up to see my brother and sister-in-law who lives up there, and they lived up there for quite a while. But when their daughter was preteen, they had never been to the Space and Rocket Center, and me, of course, I was maybe 20 at that time. I had been a couple of times, even with a school group, but most of the time, and I don't know if it's just because people consider it a touristy thing, or just, they're not in that area for that kind of place, but most people I've found just, don't go to the places that are in their area. They may travel, but they don't know, much about their own area. So yeah, it takes a little bit of, I don't know, you have to be interested in that specific kind of thing to go to it. So But yeah, the barbecue trail, I really didn't know we had one. It has a good map here. Let's see if I can show it without glare. So there's all kinds of little places going on up there. Let's see what it says. Of course, Big Bob Gibson in Decatur. Does it have another address or just Decatur? It just has Decatur. And then you got the L.O. Bishop, Chief and Snoogies Hickory Pit in Trinity, Alabama. Dale's, Greenbrier, Jimbo's Barbecue, Johnny's, Lanny's in Center, Alabama, Lawler's Barbecue, Airport Road in Huntsville. I've heard of that one before, is the Lawler's. They got Athens too, and Madison, and Coleman. No wonder I've heard of them. Decatur. This is Lawler's. Oh, they got a bunch of them. They make up the majority of the list is Lawler's. So, and then New Market Mud Creek Restaurant. So anyway, if you're interested in going and eating a lot of barbecue and going around, there's a bunch of places. I had Lawler's Barbecue. Oh no, not again. Well, they had a bunch of places, don't they? I don't know if you can read this. Let's see if I can get it close enough. Oh, it'll be backwards. But anyway, there's just go to this northalabama.org, and they'll have all this stuff there. But yeah, so I picked up, several different brochures just to, there's this, is this the festival that you were talking about, Velvet Angel, that maybe was canceled? Oka Kapasa Native American Festival, Tuscumbia. Is that the one that's been canceled? I think the one that I wish I could remember the one I was thinking about. Yes, ma'am. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Return to Cold Water. And this is up there in Tuscumbia, where they were, is this Trail of Tears? I have to read on it. Let's see. During the Indian removal era from 1827 to 1839, Tuscumbia and Tuscumbia Landing were in the path of many of the routes utilized to move the Native Americans west, especially the Creek and Cherokee. A small group of Chickasaw people left Tuscumbia on their passage west. Here, good treatment, cooperation, supplies, roads, and navigable, they could navigate it. Water routes were available as they traveled westward. Let's see what that said. Sadly, got to get back. Oh, hey, well, thank you, Matt Man, Tennessee. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. Have a great day. But yeah, okay. I know that area in Decatur and like Rhodes Park, what was it? The Rhodes Park, it might be Tuscumbia. I can't remember, on the other side that the Tennessee goes around to. But I know that at Rhodes Park, when they were moving the Native Americans up the river to go to Oklahoma on the Trail of Tears, that the river was too shallow, so they had to travel across land, and then pick up at another place, which is, I'm sure that was a terrible journey that they had to endure. But let's see, I don't have my power in my phone plugged in. Let me plug it in right quick. Hope I don't lose you. Okay. So yeah, hello. I think someone just joined us. Hello, thank you for joining us. Good morning to you. This is an impromptu live stream, and I've just come on and said hello to everybody. Good morning. We've gone over some events that are happening this weekend and next weekend, North Alabama, but here in Alabama. And we've been on for maybe 35 minutes. So what I'll do, if y'all hung in with me, I appreciate it very much. Thank you for joining me, and Velvet Angel and everybody at Tennessee Matt Man. Thank you for commenting. Let's see. Oh, it's always weird looking at it like this. But yeah, I wanted to show you, I know some of the things. Hello, the Uncharted Zone. How are you? Good morning to you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you loving my videos. Thank you so much. We've just been going over a few events happening this weekend, and I picked up a few pamphlets at our visitor center in North Alabama. And if you want to go to, where'd I put it? Oh, there it is. Just to find out stuff to do sometimes. If you want to go to, this was a really great pamphlet that they had, but if you want to go to this northalabama.org, you may want to find out you may be able to find out some more information about events happening in that area. They had events listed in this, but they didn't have any dates because it's just a generic pamphlet. But, you know, if y'all have seen the recent videos, been going to antiques places, and I hope y'all enjoyed me going through places and looking at stuff. It gives me an excuse to go there and not have to actually buy anything because I'm doing a video, right? But anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed, you know, looking at what people have for sale, and you may recognize a few things that you may have yourself, and that's what I enjoy doing, is just keeping my mind active about, you know, things, glassware and pottery. I enjoy doing the pottery, and that's what I enjoy looking at. You know, I did crafts when I was a kid. I did ceramics and everything, and I did art and music and everything. So to go to different places and be able to, you know, enjoy a bit, that's what life is about, isn't it? But that's what I'm trying to do. But talking about the antique stores, I was happy because I have completed my Flintstone glass set. These Flintstone glasses were given out as, you know, as Happy Meal stuff from McDonald's in 1993. Now this one, that's the one I recently acquired. I've had this one, actually, my kids had it from that time. I can't remember if we had a second one or not, but I did have this one. And so I've had it. Actually, what we're using it for, it's kind of funny. You know, like outdoor lights. We used to have some outdoor lights that had those plastic globes on them, you know, that would always bust because the plastic would rot. So we had this one turned upside down on one of those lights for years. So I'm not quite sure if I had two of them or one of them, but I do have this one here. And so I'm really happy to have it. See, it says Flintstones on there. Do you? And Smurf glasses. Well, cool. I was seeing the Batman ones too. The Batman and the Joker, I thought those were cool too. But this one has the ice cubes on it. And so I've got that one. And then I got this one at the Goodwill in Jasper for $1. It's been a little bit of time. It's got this area here. And then it's got the Flintstones. But you see how it's like a stump. That's the way the handle looks on it. So I was really happy to get that one for $1. So that sent me on my quest, of course. And so then I found this one, which is really the one that I wanted, you know. Got all of her through the grapevine dudes from parties. Got Olive Heard through. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, the raisins, the California raisins. Oh, cool. You know, those were always. I've got some little little figurines of them, a whole bunch of them. I've tried to give them away and nobody will take them. But yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Boy, they were all over the commercials at the time, weren't they? Dancing and, having a good time. But this one is the one I really wanted because it's got the horn looking handle to it. And you can kind of see what it looks like. Got olive, heard the great. Let me see. Yeah, those dudes. I forgot their name. Yeah. Well, they had that, they picked up the Heard It Through the Grapevine song, and that's all you would hear for ages, when you turned on TV. That commercial was constant. So absolutely, I know exactly who you're talking about. So I was really happy to find this one because I thought this was the snazziest of all of them. I think I paid maybe $2, maybe $2.50 for this. So I really looked up on this one. And then I happened to find, we were at Gardendale Antique Mall. Of course, there's two of them, but I'm talking about the building one. Yeah, those two. See, that one's cute. Which one? This one? This one here? I thought this one, I really like it because it looks like, they used to drink out of those, horns, and he would do the sound of the go home bell, go home sound through that and everything. So that's cool, isn't it? Yeah, I do too. I think that's just, and too, it's got that like a binding thing on it and everything. I thought that was really neat. Of course, it's got the Mickey D's there and everything. And then I've got the last one, but we were at Gardendale Antique Mall, and I had just told my husband I'm looking for this particular cup that's got the bone on it. And I would have the final set. And so they had this one there, and it was $2. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I just mentioned it, and it was right in front of my face. And so it's the last one. It's kind of interesting because the handle is clear, but then this part's textured. So I thought that was pretty good. I mean, I'm not interested in selling. I'm not a reseller, but I did want to collect them. I wanted to have them for fun. Especially like you were saying, Velvet Angel, this one's really cool. I like it. And they're pretty good size. I mean, I'm kind of afraid to use it for a hot beverage, but for sweet tea or something, that would be nice. But yeah. So that's pretty much all I had planned for today. Does anybody have questions or comments for me? I hope you enjoy watching my videos on Life in Bama. I'm coming up on my 4th year anniversary. So if you've just been watching the ones that are newer, certainly go and look at some older ones. What I generally try to do is I'll go to an event and record it. And then, if you want to event coming up like this, like you got okay, thank you, Uncharted Zone. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. You have a cool day also. I appreciate you joining us. But if you want to, if you hear an event coming up, and if I've covered it, you can certainly, search Life in Bama and the event, and I may have covered it already, and you can get a general idea of what's going on with it, especially like Tannehill and several different things, But I like to walk around and look at, especially people who make things. They say, "Oh, thank you so much, Velvet Angel. You've been such a blessing. You joined. You gave me so much information. I appreciate it. Thank you very much." But certainly look back at my videos if you'd like to. If you'd like to, watch a whole bunch of them, that would be great. But thank you very much. Back at you. But I appreciate you joining me. Yes. I know it's 10 o'clock on a Friday. It's my time. And I appreciate you joining me. I didn't want to come on at night because I thought that might be a little bit harder for people to do. But maybe 10 o'clock on a Friday or even a Wednesday, I might start doing a regular live stream. I've tried to do live streams from different events before, and my audio's bad, and there's always something. So I think this kind of a format might be pretty good. And I'd like to, when I do this, just kind of bring you some information about stuff happening in Alabama, and that you might enjoy going and participating in. So I appreciate you joining me today. Are any more comments or questions? I hope I've got everybody's comments or answered whoever's asked something. So I appreciate you joining me today. I see I have 6. If you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, I would appreciate it very much. And I will get back with you guys later. I thank you so much for watching my channel. I thank you for joining me on this live stream. And we will see you next time, okay? All right, thanks a lot. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye. Thanks for the thumbs ups.